they are normally jet-dominated objects. So in the case of lasers, we are seeing the emission which are generated at the very close of this black hole, and they are highly relativistic. So if we are studying lasers, we are studying the physics which are at extrema, and we are by studying lasers, we can get the environment very close to the central region. So this was my motivation why we study lasers. So this is typical light of lasers, and typical structural distribution is already discussed very. And in laser light curve we see a range of time scales of variability. We can see variations which are of the order of few minutes to few years, and different time scales tells us about that different kind of physics at work. And here in this example I have shown this Fermi, X-ray, then this is optical, and in this itself we can see that the light curve is varying almost at all the wavelengths, and this variation time scales can be used to estimate the size of emission region, and it can be used to constrain the physical processes at work. And another thing, if we have simultaneous data available during particular epoch, then we can estimate other factors like magnetic field and even mass of the black hole. So now I come to the point why we started studying this PGS 1510. First thing, this is really regularly monitored by 1.2 meter telescope at Mount Auburn Observatory since 2005. So we have plenty of optical data for this source. And second thing, it is bright enough to be observed by a smaller telescope like less than one meter telescope. So this will be very good object for our ATVS, which I will be saying. If ATVS stands for automated telescope for variability studies, that is 0.5 meter telescope at Mount Abu. So this is another point. Another thing, this particular object is part of major laser monitoring programs worldwide. So a lot of data is available at different wavebands, and it is regularly, many times, it is observed having very high gamma ray flux, which is superimposed over relatively flatter flux. So this was my motivation, and this particular object has extensively studied by many people, and so I was interested to look into this part for it. From 2011 to 2012. So if we zoom this that part, so what we see, first of all I will explain what are these panels. This is Fermi flux, and this is X30 count rate, and then this is by again Swift ultraviolet, then this is smart plus Mount Abu infrared observatory data, and this is optical polarization, which is from Steward observatory plus Mount Abu infrared. So this is 46 gigahertz data, and then this is Mojave data, this is Mojave data.